Many people today use olive oil in cooking, and it always intrigues me, and I find it to be a little bit sad that we really don't have the education about the differences in olive oil, the differences in quality, the differences in what it can provide as a benefit for nutritional benefits, and not just for taste or to add fat to a meal or to a recipe. So I am Carol Amendola Dianca, and would like to give you some sad truths, unfortunately, about olive oil in the grocery stores, and some help for a solution to know what to look for. So some of the sad truths are this. First of all, store-bought olive oil can have many origins of olives in it. So what you would want to do is take a look at the back of the label and see if there is a code for the countries that the olives came from. The reason this is a problem is because olives should be picked and then pressed within 6 hours. But in many cases, olives are being shipped to another country to be pressed and to be bottled, or they'll be pressed at the origin and then shipped as oil to another country and bottled. And that means that olive oil is not fresh. So beware of multiple sources of multiple countries of olive oil that you may be buying, or take a look at what you have in your kitchen cabinet right now. The other thing, speaking of freshness, is the harvest date should always be on the back of the label, should always be somewhere on the label. And that harvest date is more important than the out date, because a processor can put anything on there as an out date. I've seen out dates of up to 3 years, and really good olive oil lasts about 2 years, even unopened. So that you want to make sure when that was harvested so that you know exactly how old that olive oil is. Many bottles of olive oil in the United States, at least, do not even have a harvest date on it, so there's no way that you can know. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Another one is just be careful with regard to price versus quality. Sometimes we think the lowest price is such a bargain that it's, we can't even decide not to buy it, or that it's such high price that you think automatically that it's a very good olive oil because the price is high. Sometimes the price is an indicator. Most of the time, or many times, it isn't. I've even run across some olive oil that was being sold at a Los Angeles spa, and it was olive oil to be taking, every day, and it was so good for you. They actually called it an elixir. It was $68 for half a liter, and it told you nothing about the olive oil. It didn't tell you how fresh it was, if it had polyphenols, where it came from. That's not good criteria for buying olive oil when you don't have that kind of information. So be careful. Just because it may be high priced doesn't mean that it is exceptional olive oil. The other thing is wrong containers. Your olive oil should never be in a plastic container. The PET in plastic can actually degrade into the oil. A clear plastic bottle will let light in. So olive oil should always be in a dark glass bottle. Usually when you see this in the store and it's a real bargain price, usually it's in a very thin plastic container, and it's a bigger quantity. I always recommend that you not use more than 250 milliliters or 500 milliliters of olive oil in the bottle size, because every time you open the bottle, or if you leave the bottle open, air will get in, and that starts to degrade the nutritional value. So in reference to nutritional value, how do you really know the nutritional value of your olive oil? The only way to know, and it's rather rare, very rare in the United States, but if you can find a supplier that will actually include the chemical analysis of the nutritional value of that olive oil. So that's a criteria that is the only way that you can really know, and very, very few places will provide that information. So I don't know what to tell you about that. And then there are authenticity concerns also, because there's olive oil on the market today that'll say extra virgin. If you look a little deeper at the label, the extra virgin is actually mixed with other oils, and then it's called refined. So that is olive oil to avoid. When it says refined, that doesn't mean it's refined for the better. That means that there are several oils mixed in together, calling it extra virgin olive oil because there's a little bit of extra virgin in there. It's really sad that we have to worry about these things, or maybe we don't worry too much, but we have to be on the lookout for these things. And this is just a few of the things components you can look for. I will leave a link in the description where you can get a checklist that I have put together, and the checklist, you can print it off, take it with you to the grocery store and see how many things you can check off in order to identify good quality olive oil that will not only add to your recipes and your meals, but will give you nutritional benefit. That's the reason for consuming high quality extra virgin olive oil. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would make me so very happy. And I know that's not your job to make me happy, but it would certainly make my day. And I'll be back again soon with some more useful information about olive oil, Italy, Mediterranean diet, longevity tips, all of that good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.